Hi there, welcome to the Learning 2.0 program. We're very excited that you're going to be joining us. So we're just going to walk you through how things are going to work, try to deal with some of the questions that we anticipate you're going to have. First things first, I just want you to know that the whole Learning 2.0 program is going to be kept within Blackboard. We created a course for it. So the first thing that you need to do is get to Blackboard. And I know we've been through this before, but we're just going to walk through it again just to make sure everybody's 100% clear on how to get there. So the first thing you need to know is the URL. This is the URL, portal.utoronto.ca. Please note the lack of www. So you can do this from any browser. Going straight there, you'll end up at this window. So you're probably familiar with this by now. This is asking for your UTOR ID and password. If you don't have one, please talk to Computing Services. Logging on, you're going to end up at the portal page. So, on your portal page, you're looking for the My Courses box. And the Learning 2.0 is going to show up in there as a course you can click on. If you don't see it there, please let me know and we'll make sure that gets added for you. So, clicking on that, you're ending up in the course shell for Learning 2.0. There we go. This is what it looks like. So, we're going to be putting announcements here so you can keep track of what's going on in the program. The first thing you're going to want to do if you want the prize, first things first, is you need to sign up. Everybody can see this, but only people who sign up get any prizes. So this is what the sign-up sheet looks like. So if you put your name here and add your email address here and sign up, that means you're eligible for prizes. So, yay! That's the very first thing. Once that's done, what we'd like you to do is just have a look around through the whole course shell. So first things first is have a look at the About page. This will take you to some frequently asked questions that we anticipate you will be frequently asking. So we've tried to answer as much as we can there. Once you've gone through that, have a look at this Modules button. This is where the whole program will be stored. Now, just so you know, we're going to be releasing them slowly. So you'll see this page when you first get there, but initially you're only going to see the first 3. And then as time goes on, we'll release more and more of them so that you can do the program together. We'll all be working on it at the same time. So the one that you'll be able to see right away is this introduction, so we recommend that you go through that. Now, just a few words about the way a module works. The first thing, now you've got a little teaser video, feel free to have a look at those. There's a few scattered throughout. This is the module itself. So clicking on that, you'll see that we've got various pieces. What we've tried to do is keep text fairly limited on each page, but you can see you can just skip ahead through here, going through the whole program. It tells you how many pages there are and what page you're on as you click through this. You don't have to do this, but you can also click on contents just to get a whole list of it at once. You can skim through the whole thing. There's going to be points where we're telling you some of it's informational and some of it is steps that you're going to walk through. It's important to walk through whatever steps are in there because you're going to need to respond based on that experience. Yep, so this is the whole list. Now the last piece of every module is the discussion board. The discussion board is how we as the LDC knows whether you've gone through the module or not. So it's important to do that one final step, which is to respond to the whole experience and answer some of the questions on the discussion board. So as you get to the end of each module, you're going to see this discussion option and it says click to launch. So you click here, you're going to go into the discussion board for that module. This is what it looks like. So what we're looking at here is the discussion board and we have threads. There'll probably be 3 or more threads for each module. This one just has the one because this is our general questions. So now in order to respond, what you're going to do is click on the thread name and then we're going to be inside the thread. We're going to be looking at what's posted there. This can be confusing at first, so I'm just going to walk through this with you. This gray box here, this is the structure of the thread. So you can see here we have the original post and then we have the responses. So what you're going to need to do in each of the modules is either you're responding to the original here or you can respond to somebody else with whatever information you have. We're just looking for posts within here for each module. So in this case we have the original post and a response. Now this here is the actual post, the blue box here. So we're looking at the first post here. So now this says, any questions. So you can see here Tanya has already responded, so I'll have a look at her response to that. So you see here we still have the same gray box, and now the blue box has changed its text. That's the response. And if we look, so now if we want to respond to Tanya, we can reply right here. Now, keeping in mind we're now responding to a response, so make sure you look at what you're responding to. You see here we're just going to put stuff into the box here. And now you have two options here. Save does not post, it just saves a draft, but submit's the one you want. So remember, you can modify stuff later, so don't worry about if you just, it's always good to go with the submit. So, and it's going to reload for you. And there you see the response. So now you see we've got a tree going on here. We have the original post, a response. Now, let's just for the sake of it, let's actually go ahead to the main. If we're looking at the first post, you'll notice it goes blue and we're on it, so that's kind of useful. If we go down, if we just want to reply to that, we're hitting reply. Same process, now it means we're replying to the original post. You don't need to go through it again, but that's how that works. So now if you have any problems or questions with the discussion board, please come up to the Technology Center and we'll give you a hand with the discussion board, okay? But we do recommend, very first thing after you watch this video, go through what we just did, go into the discussion board and respond to this questions thing. Even if you don't have a question, then tell us you don't have any questions, that's great. But just go through that process first of using the discussion board so that it'll be easier as you go along. Okay, so that's that. Now, the next thing that we want to talk about is something that we did based on, okay, we're going through a lot of different applications in this program, many of them, and they all require separate logins. Some of them I know there's many people that are nervous about, like going into MySpace or going into Facebook or going into Second Life, and you may not want to use your real name and everything else. So what we've done is we've created one character who is all of us. She contains legions. So, and her or his, it's a unisex person named Casey Maggs. So we'll show you, this is Casey. Casey Maggs is going to be our login person for everything. So you don't actually need to create any new accounts for this program, though you're welcome to do so at the end of the unit if you're interested. But Casey is going to be the default everybody. So we'll all be logging into the same accounts, and we'll all be adding and modifying stuff along the way. Just so you know, this Casey Maggs you're looking for, within the program, each time we're logging into something, there'll be the login information for Casey Maggs' account. So just keep an eye out for that. If you get lost underneath the About tab, there is a folder that's full of the logins for everything. So if you ever need to look for something, that's where you're going to find it. Okay, so we're really looking forward to experiencing this program with you. So have a great time. Bye. Ta-da.